Hello and welcome to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Thank you so much for joining us again. In this segment, we're going to be having a conversation with Chris Round, President of EMD Serono. It's a business of Merck KGaA, Darmstadt, Germany. Joining us to discuss what's next for the company, his experience leading the business in 4 international markets, and how it helped to prepare him for his current role leading the U.S. business. He's going to talk a bit about fertility solutions that have helped mothers conceive and birth more than 3 million babies globally, and a bit more. Welcome to Health Professional Radio. Chris Round, thank you for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure, Neil. Very nice to meet you and nice to be here.
A bit of your professional background briefly, if you would, and then let's talk about your company.
Okay, great. So I've been leading as President of EMD Serono for just a little bit over a year now. And ours is, as you said, it's a very old company. We've been around for 350 years, and which has the aspiration to create, improve, and prolong life for people living with difficult to treat conditions such as multiple sclerosis, cancer, and infertility. And over that period of our history, we've been involved in a number of firsts. The first IVF baby, helping to bring the first IVF baby to the world. A number of advances in the treatment of MS, and we're now launching a number of novel oncology treatments for difficult to treat cancers.
Well, obviously, having been around for such a long time, you're an international business. I understand that you're leading in 4 international markets.
Before I joined EMD Serono, I worked for 20 years for Merck KGaA Inc. in a variety of different settings. And yes, I've been a general manager in now 4 different markets. So Sweden, the UK, China, interestingly, and now the US market. So I've lived all over the world. I've been fortunate with my family to travel and live all over the world, and have seen a lot about what it takes to effectively get novel treatments to the patients that need them, through the challenges of market access and availability, through all sorts of different challenges. But I like to believe that depth of experience helps me now as I lead EMD Serono to ensure that we're getting our treatments to the patients that really need them as quickly and as effectively as possible.
Now, you mentioned being a part of bringing the first IVF baby into the world. What other fertility solutions is your company involved in?
So we've been involved as leaders in fertility now for more than 20 years now. We're privileged, as I said, to have seen the first baby born through in vitro fertilization or IVF, and we would estimate that something like 3 million more since then. We've got a very long-standing commitment to the infertility community, offering patient resources, medications, and support, and it's a full range of treatments that we offer. And we remain committed to ensuring all people have the opportunity to build a family. I think it's actually not particularly well known how many couples struggle with this sort of critical and important part of their lives. And we feel privileged to support this. And we've provided widespread support to military personnel, building options through programs such as Compassionate Corps, which helps eligible, uninsured, medically retired veterans who have service-related injuries affecting fertility or their spouses. But we're looking to the times as well, and we're looking to provide very broad, diverse support to different families with different configurations as we go forward, and improving access to those medications.
You know, oftentimes solutions are viewed from maybe 1 or 2 points of view, but I understand that EMD Serono is trying to bring together the healthcare professional, the patient, and the caregiver's opinions, voices, and viewpoints together in collaboration. Is that the case?
So you're absolutely right, Neil. And it's very much a team effort. No one part of the sort of system here can operate in isolation. And we do a number of things to provide the right support, both for economic support to help patients to get access to the treatments that they need, but also then ongoing patient support to help them as they go through their fertility journey, and to help them understand what's going on. And we provide the resources that enable couples aspiring to have children to fully understand what's going on and to feel supported as they go through this journey. And as you know, sometimes it takes more than one cycle. It can be 2 or 3, and this can be tough emotionally, psychologically for couples going through IVF, and we provide a range of resources to help support them through this process.
Do you find that before couples finally reach out to you that they've been through a number of failed fertility solutions and finally come upon you with a solution? Is that something that is typical?
I mean, I think every journey is different, Neil, and we do our best and have been working really hard to make every interaction with EMD Serono as effective and as positive an experience as we possibly can. So our newly evolved Fertility Lifelines portal combines all of those aspects of patient support, from assistance and access to resources, ability to connect live to support staff. And it's a very user-friendly, web-based, mobile-friendly application, streaming it directly to determine a person's eligibility for savings programs, etc. So we've really tried to make this as patient-centric as we possibly can, because we know that this can be, as I say, a very emotionally challenging and draining time for parents, particularly if, say, the first cycle is not successful and you have to go through it all again a second time or a third time. But if we can help patients feel like they're on a positive journey and one where there's, a good prospect of a positive outcome, then I think that's very important, and that's how we can add value to the things that we do from a medical and scientific perspective.
The last 20 years, you being a leader in fertility solutions in a 300-year-old company with this newly launched portal that you talked about, relatively newly launched, what do you say is next?
So we're going to continue to research and to discover and develop and bring to the market cutting-edge treatments for, like I say, serious medical conditions. Fertility is one area in which we're leaders, but we also have a very strong position in multiple sclerosis, having been working with a range of treatments over the last 20 years, and now investing in what we believe will be the first of a new class of mechanism that will come to the market to treat MS in BTK inhibition. And so we're hoping within the next few years to be the first company to launch a brand new mechanism to treat this disease. But we're also very active in cancer. We have a leading treatment in urothelial or bladder cancer, a novel targeted agent to treat lung cancer, and a full pipeline of new assets and new mechanisms that we believe ultimately will bring hope to patients suffering with cancer in the years to come. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on this journey of building our global specialty innovation business. And I, for one, want to see the EMD Serono business in North America and Canada continue to thrive and flourish and get the medicines to the patients that need them as effectively as possible.
Give us a website where we can learn more.
So you can probably search for us just using that name and putting that name into Google, and you'll come up with our website, and you'll find a whole range of additional information and additional opportunities to learn more.
And I do believe that website is www.emdserono.com. Is that correct?
That's us. EMD Serono, that's us, yeah.
Well, Chris, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for lending us your time this morning.
It's been my pleasure as well, Neil. Nice to have the conversation. You have a good day.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, in conversation with Chris Round. Audio copies of this program are available at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Listen in, download at SoundCloud, and be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com Health Professional Radio.